it says, your tender cheeks are aglow, your earrings and gem-laden necklaces set them ablaze. He's like defining her ornaments. You're beautiful, everything that you wear is beautiful. And God says, we will enhance your beauty, encircling you with our golden reins of love. You will be marked with our redeeming grace. So she cries out saying, I want to look at you. I don't want any veil between you. And then God answers to her and says that, you're so beautiful, you're so awesome, you're so grandeur. And first he speaks to her identity, because she considers herself worthless, she considers herself ugly, she considers herself weak and tired and worn out. And horses, if you look at horses, they're the most stronger beings, and they were taken for war. That means if they are king's finest horses, that means they were trademarked for war. They would have been like special horses which were meant for battle, which are strong, which are beautiful, which are full of vigor and all that. And God is looking at her and saying, first he's answering to her identity. He's speaking, hey, that is not who you are. And then he doesn't leave her with that. He says, he promises her to enhance her beauty. He says, you're already beautiful, but I want to enhance your beauty. And Father, Son and Holy Spirit right now is speaking to you and saying, we will enhance your beauty. We will encircle you with our love, the golden reins of love. You will be marked with our redeeming grace. I love this verse. I love this. If you are broken, if your heart is aching and you're worn out, you're tired, fighting in life, and you're just worn out, and you feel like that's it, I don't have any strength, this is it. God is saying, hey, I love you. We will enhance your beauty. We are encircling you. Encircling you. It's like, we're completely encircling you. We're encircling you with our love. And we are marking you with our redeeming grace. I love here how God says redeeming grace to the Shulamite woman. I feel like no matter what happened in her life, God is not saying, hey, you did this, I wish you hadn't committed that flaw, or hadn't, fallen into that trap, or hadn't committed that mistake. He's not bothered about what went wrong, because He is a God who is greater than our mistakes. He is a God who is greater than our hearts that condemn us. His redeeming grace is greater than any pit we can ever fall in. And He's more concerned about how He can redeem you, because He's not worried about what pit you're falling and what pit you're fallen in currently. All He says is, hey, we are marking you. We are able to redeem you. You're marked with our redeeming grace. No mistake is like irrevocable, or no mistake is ever irreparable, or it's not like final. My grace, my redeeming grace, I love it. It's not just grace. My redeeming grace is final. Your mistake is not final. My redeeming grace is final. Wow. I love how God sees. And so chapter 1, the lady goes in a lot of pain, and she's tired, and but she desires. She says, let God deal with me. Let God kiss me. Let Him kiss me. And I want to see you without any veil between us. When she cries out that way, God shows her how He looks at her. God corrects her perception about herself. God corrects her perspective about herself. He changes the lens through which she's looking at her troubles. She's looking at her weaknesses. She's looking at her own self, whatever, her ugliness or her unworthiness. God changes the lens and say, hey, I changed the lens through which you're looking. Wait, I'm looking at you in a certain way, and let me tell you how I'm looking at you. Let me show you my lens towards you. And He uplifts her. So whatever you're going through today, remember, He loves you. He's thrilled about you. He's thrilled about you. He calls you beautiful, and not only that, He's going to enhance your beauty with His love. And He's marking you with His redeeming grace.